Welcome to Boo Crew Case Files. I'm your host, Bri Schroeder. Joining me today on this special investigation or case file is Katrina.
Hello.
Now we're going to tell the story of this event, running the Scryer software to see if there's anything that comes through. Does history repeat itself? I've always been fascinated with the concept that everything we do has energy, and that energy leaves an imprint in time, which plays on a constant loop. I've mentioned it before. This moment, on this day, at this time, plays again every year at this moment, at this time. The theory or concept is quite intriguing. It's made me wonder, if this is the case, could you potentially tap into an event if you are in the right spot at the right time when the event took place? Could you potentially try to communicate with those spirits who were present during it all, or would you capture any residual moments? This is something I've really wanted to do for a long time, and I thought I'd bring you along to see for yourself, so let's find out. On August 4th, 1889, at roughly 6 p.m. on Railroad Avenue, began the Great Fire of Spokane. There are three plausible theories on how the fire started. The first was that Bill Wolfe was cooking a pork chop on his lunch counter at Railroad Avenue when a burst of flames caught a greasy towel that was hanging by the stove. The fire quickly spread up the stairs. The second was that Irish Kate, a saloon girl who'd gotten into a fight with a man at the saloon, had gone upstairs to fix her hair and place her curling iron in a kerosene lamp. The man entered her room and a physical altercation began. Kate fell into the table, knocking the lamp over and starting the fire. The third was that the fire was started by a spark of a train or a lit cigarette being tossed into the dry grass. Now, whether it was Bill or Kate or just an accident due to the dryness of Spokane, 32 blocks burned in a short amount of time, with damages that would have amounted to millions in 1889. It's 133 years later, August 4th, at 6 p.m., and I'm located at the intersection of Railroad Avenue and Lincoln Street, the supposed origin of the fire. What's intriguing to me, though, Katrina, is that the scryer hasn't said anything.
Not one thing.
And when we turned it on, we didn't have it recording at the time, but it sounded as though it said something to the effect of, "It's hot."
Or it's warm.
Or "it's warm," which fits in line with a fire. Alright, so we just got done talking about the Great Fire of Spokane, how the fire started here at the corner of Lincoln and Railroad Avenue in downtown Spokane. We told this story while running the Scryer software. We didn't really have any sort of communication. I really thought that we would get something correcting us or chiming in, but didn't see that happening. So I think it's only fair to turn on the Phasma box and see if we can get any answers or residual from that Great Fire. Where is Irish Kate?
Where does Kate work? Can you tell me, where does Kate work?
What's funny, though, is that before you asked that, I heard a voice come through and said I did nothing wrong. What is Bill Wolfe cooking? He isn't?
They discovered it.
Can you tell me what Bill's restaurant's name was?
Do you smell smoke?
The two sounds.
Where can I get some water?
Dream circuit.
I need water to fight the fire. Where can I get some?
Listen.
Everybody?
I need money. That's interesting. Oh my gosh, a fire. Do you see the flames?
Do you smell the smoke?
Do you see the fire?
Pardon me.
Where can I find Irish Kate? I want to speak with her.
Forecast.
I thought I heard railroad. Does anybody remember the Great Fire?
Today is now. Is what I thought I heard.
Or it is now.
Oh.
How many blocks burned?
TJ, audio.
Tree.
Report.
How did the fire really start? Was it Kate or Bill? That was a question.
And please. They're looking for
It's a chilly wind.
It's a chilly wind.
Yeah, the wind is blowing outside. Can you feel it? I can. Do you see the fire?
Can you smell the smoke? Where were you at during the fire?
What's your name?
Almost sounded like it could have been Ryan. How many buildings were destroyed? Is it burnt?
Bring up.
Let's go searching. This is residual conversation.
Yes,
Sister.
because it's not really
It's not.
keying into us.
I think there's a mix. I think that was a fire alarm.
Could have been. That's not a noise I've heard on this machine.
Is that the fire department?
Did they finally arrive? These were found.
Did the firefighters have trouble? Where's the water? We need to put the fire out.
Do you see the flames? Can you feel the flames?
It's really hot. Can you feel that?
It's right near you. That's what I heard.
Are you evacuating the buildings?
Almost sounded like it said which buildings.
Yeah.
Who's here with us?
Great.
For money. Did somebody do something for money?
Look through.
Right there.
There's water.
What's right there? What about an alarm?
I thought I heard hearing something alarm.
Other roll.
The flames are so intense. Can we get help?
Where is everybody?
One teacher.
Susie right.
Serves you right.
Who attacked Irish Gate? What was the
Call for help.
What are we calling for help for?
So we're gone. But
In between.
For such a great fire that burned so much because the buildings were just wood. Back in 1889, there was only one fatality when a man jumped out. I believe his name was George something.
Only one fatality?
Mm-hmm.
That's impressive.
I think it said that there were 36, or rather 20.
Any atrocity.
Within 3 hours, it had burned almost 26 blocks. Oh. I don't see the fire department yet. Where are they?
Whoever's here with us, did you lose any property in the fire?
It almost sounded like call out. Like fire department, call out. Where can people find shelter right now?
If I've lost everything in the fire, where could I go? She's young.
There's a lot of residual. And so those businesses that actually lost business because of the fire, they hired those employees to clean up the fire damage.
That's awesome.
And then they set up tents so that those businesses could still operate. Such a fascinating story.
And an awesome sense of community.
Yep.
Journalism.
I thought maybe journalists, but same. Yeah. Is there anybody that wants to talk about the fire? We're going to go to another spot within downtown. We'll go ahead and turn this off.
We'll pick back up.
We'll pick back up, but just some interesting things so far here, Trina. We're running another device on a separate unit. It's called the Alice ITC, and it really just picks up words and spits it out. Through this, though, it's given us words like ashes, bishop.
Psychic.
I mean, there's just been a lot of things. There's power right now that's on it.
Mason.
Mason, Sally. I can't get back to see my other list, but there's been a few things that have come through that I can't really wrap my head around. And the communication that we had, while a lot of residual conversation, calling out, it definitely seems like they were still reliving that history period of the fire itself, and then some voices actually giving us some intelligent responses. The Alice device has said church.
Just listening to it, with our ears right now without reviewing it, it definitely sounds like it's mostly residual.
Definitely. Yeah.
But I think that after review, you might find that some of it is very intelligent.
And that's sometimes how it goes. I mean, in the moment, you're kind of like in a dark room trying to feel your way around. You're listening for anything that stands out, and your brain sometimes will think it hears something, but you're not actually hearing it as clear as possible. And then you go into production, and you might hear it a little bit better with the headphones on or what have you. And it's incredible. It never seems to be a dull moment when I go through these, because you never know what's going to be said. But we'll pause right here at Lincoln and Railroad, where the origin of the fire was here in downtown Spokane on August 4th, 1889. And apologize for my excitement. The Alice device has just said million, which it did cost millions of dollars in damages or cost in 1889 in that time. And it's also saying the word tell. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm telling that story. So I'm kind of blown away by this experiment. I feel like it's been successful, at least capturing the residual energy and atmosphere of it. So we'll dig a little deeper into Spokane, and get to kind of where it should have been at this point, and we'll jump back on and do some more Phasma Bucks. So, all right, we're back. We are now located Washington and Maine. This is pretty much where the fire burned to. We're now several blocks over. There's a couple streets that no longer exist, or they've been renamed and moved. In any case, we are now where the fire would have pretty much ended. I did look and I saw that the fatality was a man by the name of George Davis. And unfortunately, from what the article said in the newspaper, he had jumped out the window on the Arlington block. But that was the only recorded fatality through the Great Fire of Spokane in August 4th, 1889. Now that we're here, we are a little early from when the fire reached this point, but there still may be some residual of anybody that sees the fire or is trying to go help others. So we'll go ahead and turn on the Phasma box again and see if we can capture anything.
Different people are viewing.
Does anybody see the fire?
We're referencing the Great Fire of 1889.
Oh, clearly.
Oh, clearly.
It's been around.
It's been around. Do you see the smoke?
Can you feel the flames? Are they that near? Is there anybody here with us from the Great Fire?
Joseph Light.
Where? There.
Where? There.
You see the flame?
Well, I'm really good at really.
Do you know that the fire is coming?
The what?
I'm partisan, Brad.
Does anybody know where the fire department is?
Collection.
Who's here with us?
Fine.
Chilly earth.
It almost sounded like it said, let us out.
On the way.
The stupid.
Are disappearing. Try.
Where's the fire right now?
Oh, yeah.
Did you lose your business in the Great Fire? Were you hired to help clean up downtown Spokane?
Were you able to rebuild your life?
There was something in there.
Sounded like there might have
That was chime. Do you see the fire now? You do. Do you see the fire department?
We could be in the heart of the fire at this time. Can you tell us what you see?
And then. It sounds
Do you feel the heat from the flames?
Hear it?
Hear it?
Going. That's what I heard. Hear it, we're going. Do you hear the fire crackling? Burning all the wooden structures? Where's the fire now?
Can you tell us who is speaking with us? So did I. Is Dawn here with us? Dawn, did you lose a business? Or were you a worker?
Go ahead. Definitely not chatting.
Are you near the fire?
But from near his house.
Like I said, you better get out.
I did hear get out.
And from it. It's important. I'll have to wait.
It'll have to wait.
What? Can you tell us what will have to wait?
The Alice app
Yeah, obviously,
again said shelter. Now that we're back to where the fire started.
they're really good.
Also said secret.
Here goes a train.
And here comes a train that could have been where a spark came from. Not this specific train, obviously, but could have been one of the trains rolling by in this area. It was such a dry summer.
Nigeria.
Do you think the fire started from a quick cigarette or a spark of a train?
Hey, great.
Do you hear the train now? Remember a train going by and being the catalyst for the fire?
What's that? Right.
I really have to say I'm quite impressed with this Boo Crew case file. The experiment that I've wanted to try for so long and get into the right place at the right time and see what exactly happens. And I do believe, as we talked about it driving through, that this was primarily residual. But I do think that in production, once we're able to actually hear things with the headphones, we might actually be able to see if there was more intelligent responses than we thought. So, Katrina, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
It was great. Thanks for being my chauffeur as we went on this Boo Crew case file for the Great Fire of Spokane that actually occurred right here at this location that we're parked in right now, but 133 years ago, right at this moment, August 4th, 1889. Join me on the next episode of Boo Crew Case Files as we explore more Spokane history, and we also have more St. Ignatius stories in store. Thank you.